Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? I just wanted to take this time, show you guys this GBP USD. This is a Forex setup. Now, y'all know I've been trading futures, but I also trade Forex as well. Forex is where I cut my teeth. All right. I started learning with Forex. Eventually, I moved to futures when they started having problems with those MT4 and people dropping US traders. All right. But I'm back with futures. I got Hanko Trade. I'll put the link in the description. Shameless plug. If you guys want, use my affiliate link. But that's not why I'm here. Why I'm here tonight is to show you guys how powerful using this indication, correction, continuation can be if you just give it a chance. If you just use it in your life. All right. Check this out. And then we got another one coming, another setup coming on this same pair. All right. So check this out. If I'm looking at this, right? So you see this is coming up. This is coming up. So what happened was we broke this structure right here. And this was our first indication that price was going to go up. When we broke this structure here. All right. Now, what I like to do, I like to mark. I always like to mark the pullback. All right. I always like to mark the pullback. I can mark here. The pullback started there. Because see, this was coming down. So it went down and then went up and made it high. All right. So you mark the start of the pullback and the end of the pullback, right? And then look at what happened. We got indication right here. Bullish indication. What happened next? Price came down. Look, the internal liquidity. Y'all see this fair value gap right here? Make it big. We got fair value gap right here. So it came down. It definitely filled it in. We got this. This can be considered an order block because this is our last bullish candle before this series of up candles. So let's consider this our order. And this is all on the 1 hour time frame. I didn't even drop down to the 5 minute and the 3 minute yet. Look at that. Boom. And you got liquidity sweep right there. Now, watch this. Because you also, if you miss this one, then you got one right here. Look, indication, boom, correction, continuation into what? Another order block, fair value gap, whatever you want to call your point of interest right there. All right. But let's focus on this one right quick because I want to go down to the lower time frame and I want to see exactly where we entered. Now, you guys know I entered the same way I find my trades. I use the same criteria for my entry on the lower time frame. Watch this. 15-minute. I see it developing already. Let's go to the 5 minute. 5 minute might make it clear. Boom. I already see it. The same thing. The same thing. Look at this. Price. This was our lowest point, right? Look, this is our pullback. Here. Wait, let me see. Down, up, down. We pull back here. So I will mark from this low to this high. Wait. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I want to get this right now. Boom, boom. All right, so look what happened. This was our low point. Price came down and failed. Now, we could have marked this as indication, but price didn't. That pullback from the start to the finish, which was here. All right. And look what happened. Now, although we got a bearish indication right here, bearish indication came inside our order block. So this ain't bearish indication. That's a liquidity sweep. Remember? I taught you guys that. Look, that's a liquidity sweep. This is right here. Wait, no, we up here. Still, 30-minute. Let's go. Okay, yeah, right here. This was liquidity sweep. All right. That was liquidity sweep. That was it. Go back to the 5 minute. Yep. Liquidity sweep into here. That was it. Liquidity sweep. This was a liquidity sweep. Price came up. Still didn't get bullish indication, but now we got bullish indication right here. All right. What happened? Price came down, but it did not break this low. right? It didn't break this low. Plus, on top of that, what do we have? Order block. See this order block right here? Boom, boom. And we're going to stretch it from there, stretch it across. That's your entry right there. Even if we go down to the 3-minute time frame. Look at that. See that? And it swept this low over here. This is your entry. And look where price went up. Way up to the top up there. That's your trade. That's your GBP USD trade for today. Wash, rinse, repeat, you guys. The same way you find your setup is the same way you enter. The same way you find your setup. Let me see if I can find another one. Because I feel like y'all don't fully understand what I'm saying right now. I feel like y'all need I showed y'all this one already. At least I think I did. I'm not gonna re-show it to y'all. I didn't use. Matter of fact, we don't hang on old victories. All right. We looking for some new victories. All right. What's happening here? We got bullish indication, but price started consolidating. So we move on for now. GBPJPY. I'm looking at GBPJPY possibly coming down. All right. Now, yes, we were bullish. Okay. And yes, we did get bearish indication. All right. So when we get bearish indication, I want to see because we was bullish. The only reason we get bearish indication, either this is going to reverse or is it liquidity sweep. Let's see if it's liquidity sweep. It did sweep here. It did sweep here. It swept these lows right here. But what did it sweep to? What did it? There's no liquidity. Let's see, 3 hours. Y'all see a fair value gap? Nope, I don't. What about here? Nope, still none. The closest fair value gap was here, way down there. Maybe it's going to push down a little bit more, or perhaps it's really going to be bearish. Perhaps it's really going to be bearish. All right. So I'm kind of thinking this is going to be bearish. All right. And I think it's going to come up. Got order block. I'm going to make this. I'm going to make my order block here. From here to up here. I would just do the actual order block, but I like to put it at that high right there. All right. And I'm waiting for price to come inside. We got bearish indication. All right. I'm looking for price to come inside and then give me indication, bearish indication, correction into that lower either 5 or 3-minute liquidity area. All right. Most likely somewhere around up in here. We got a fair value, this big fair value gap. And look, see these last two up candles before this down? Order block and fair value gap. So it could come to the order block or it can come to the fair value gap, either one. All right. And then we're gonna stretch. All right. And I'm looking for price to come somewhere close in that area. Maybe not exactly in it, but somewhere close. And then take this trade coming down. All right. That's what I'm looking at on GBPJPY. All right. Go back to the one. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's look at one more. Let's look at GBPCAD. What happened on GBPCAD? I'll have to erase this. Let's go to a lower time frame. 1 hour. See, we got the bullet. Oh, look. I ain't got to erase it. Look what happened. Bullish indication here. All right. Price pulled back into fair value. And look at this. 1, 2. See these big old long candles right here? Consecutive. Look at these 3. Order block. Yeah. Mark your order block. That's your liquidity. Why you want price to go down to? I just mark it to that low. All right. I mark it to that low. Price came down. Fair value. Y'all hear me repeat that. I know y'all, for you guys that have watched these videos, my videos already, I'm pretty much repeating the same thing I say in every video. The same thing. The only problem with this trade right here, You didn't know this was going to happen, but and it started all this choppiness right here. But you didn't know that was going to happen. All right, you don't know that. So what? Get out the trade. Get out the trade. Wait till you either at break even on a little profit or a small loss and get out. Save yourself the heartache because it's not fun being in a choppy trade. Where would you even enter? Where would we have entered? Okay, let's see if we can find an entry on this anyway. See, all this is chop, 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 chop. And then another thing is, once you see this chopping, don't even try to enter. All right, don't even try to enter. Don't enter this. Don't enter this. Although we got indication and correction where we wanted it at, we wanted to see. Let's see, they might have an entry. They didn't even give you an entry in this area. Let's see, 5 minute. Let's see. This was the low point here. Look, the entry would have been here. Look, check this out. Came down, just the little last little high, or even this one. And look, these last two candles, what we got? Consecutive up candles. Remember, y'all heard me say that? That makes this an order block. Price came down here. If I would have entered, it would have been here. But I would not have entered. If I wanted to be dumb and got in, I would have got in here. But look at this. And look at your moving average, moving sideways. Why would you enter that? You're wasting your money. You got money to if y'all got money to blow like that, just send it to me. All right. If y'all don't waste y'all money losing trades, don't waste it. Send it to me. I can use it I know some good ways to use it. It's preferably back in these charts. All right. Come on, let's see one more. One more. Yeah, let me give y'all one more. All right. What is this? Silver. This is crude oil. Crude, I'm looking for, I think, bullish. Yeah, I'm looking for crude to go bullish. Look what happened. It was on a downtrend. Doop, 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 doop. All right. The only thing, yeah, because we broke this. This is not minor structure right here. This is not minor structure. It pulled back to there. Boom, boom. Price pulled back. And look, this range, price going to come back into this range right here. All right. This is our indication. We got top side indication. Back into the range. What we got? So I'm looking for this to crude oil to potentially start going up. All right. Gold, just a lot of chop, 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 chop. Silver, looking for silver to go up. Y'all already know that. One more thing I want to look at, Bitcoin futures. If y'all trade Bitcoin futures, you can make a lot of money. All right, but look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin chopping. I told one of my friends to buy Bitcoin, but Bitcoin chopping. But they buy and hold anyway, so all that chop don't matter. It's gonna chop. And day trading. Let's look at a stock. Tesla, 1 hour. No, that's two. I really don't like looking at stocks like this. Look, this one right here didn't really do what I thought it was going to do. All right. It went down. It just didn't come back. It just didn't give me that entry where I was looking for, but it did go down ultimately. All right. And I don't have nothing on. Look, this went way up there. Nvidia, Meta, and that's about it. I just wanted to share that with y'all, especially GBPUSD. And how what I was looking for and how it did. All right. So if you guys like this video, if you find it helpful, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, check out my affiliate links and help your boy out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want trade day, y'all want Blue Guardian. I will be adding more affiliate links as well. Help your boy out, show some love. I don't ask y'all to I don't force y'all to buy nothing. I don't shove a course in your face. So show me some love. You know what I'm saying? Trade day, good. Blue Guardian is good as well. Plus, I have some more coming. But holla at your boy. I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.